See y'all niggas like a blind man playing with it.
What's going on, tube you? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be a couple of things that I think that you guys should definitely invest in if you're thinking about picking up yourself a Charger, Challenger, a 300 Jeep, whatever it may be. This is just a couple of things that I think you should definitely invest in as soon as you get the car or as soon as you possibly can. No particular order of importance, anything like that. It's just how I listed them, and I'm just gonna roll with it. It's my little list right here, my little envelope. I had it on my phone, but you know I can't record and look at the phone at the same time, so we're gonna roll with it. And thing number one, jumping right into it, is gonna be a dash cam, man. Blackview, a couple of other companies out there all make great dash cams. Even if you can't afford a Blackview, or even if they're higher end, just get yourself something, man. It's gonna protect you in the long run. And I plan on getting a Blackview as soon as I find a certified installer / dealer around the area. Definitely rolling with a Blackview. It's probably going to be my next mod, my next serious mod, because the rest of them I'm focusing on little cosmetics and little things that I can do myself right now. But as far as like an actual, you know, expensive thing that I'm going to add to the car, it's probably going to be a dash cam. I get tired of seeing all these posts about people, oh, this happened in the parking lot, this happened while I was at work, or some BS like that. You know, sure, I drive my car to work and I don't have one yet. I've got 6,000 miles on the car, but when I go to work, I can look at my car through the window and it's by itself, like in a corner by itself, literally no cars within, you know, 20 spaces of mine, and I can look at it all day. So I have that luxury. A lot of you guys, some of you guys may or may not as well. But for those of you who don't, I definitely suggest you get a dash cam. And even if you're not just worried about work, whether it's shopping, driving down the street, it's going to protect you in the long run, man. And I think it's definitely a great investment to help you and save yourself the headache down the long run. Thing number two, it's going to be a catch can. A lot of mixed information about these things, whether or not they provide any real benefit, whether or not they do help anything, whether you really need them, whether they could be harming the engine. One thing for sure is they do work. I've had it on I had the same exact catch can on my 6.4, and every time I changed the oil, I would dump it out, and it was about halfway full. Seems like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing now. If it wasn't there, then all that oil would just seep right back into the intake manifold and just sit and sit and sit. You guys go, pretty sure you mechanics out there who can pull your own manifolds and all that stuff, you will see all that stuff back there just sitting. Or if you happen to have a mechanic friend, next time you go over there and check him out and he's pulling some intake manifold off, I guarantee you see some oil down in there. And that's what that catch can prevents. Now, it doesn't provide any horsepower, but it does provide, you know, a little bling bling under the hood for those of you who are into that type of stuff. Maybe that's the only reason you want it, but at least you get the added benefit of, you know, stopping that extra blowback oil from seeping back to the intake manifold. A lot of companies out there, JLT, mine's from Hellcat, and you know the list goes on. There's a lot of companies out there that make them. Literally any Mopar shop has them for sale, and you just pick them up from anywhere. I got mine from Hellcat. I got it for, like I said, the 6.4 Scat Pack. And when I went to upgrade to this, I didn't think it would fit, or it turns out all you need is a bracket, and they actually do have the little bracket on their, or the bracket kit, or the upgrade kit on their website. So if you move from 6.4 to 6.2, just get the little kit. You don't have to spend, you know, $200-300 on another catch can. Thing number three, it's going to be ceramic coating / PPF, paint protection film. For those of you who don't know, I just figured that out myself. I got the car ceramic coated. I got the lifetime ceramic coating package on it from Ceramic Pro, and the shop that did it did a good job, man. They did the wheels, the brakes, all the paint, the windows, all that jazz. The only thing I didn't get done was the interior, because I like to think that I keep the interior pretty nice myself. Hell, half the interior isn't even in the car right now, so you know, what do I need to protect it for if it's just chilling, just sitting and isolated? So, but for those of you who, you know, want to protect your paint and reserve it, or preserve it, not reserve it, preserve your paint and keep it looking, you know, as illustrious, like what I did there, looking as nice as possible for as long as possible. Now, I definitely suggest you know, ceramic coated PPF, whatever. I don't have the PPF on my vehicle. I definitely should have invested in it, because I picked up a couple of rock chips before the ceramic coating. Now, ceramic coating isn't going to stop the rock chips. The PPF, that's what that's supposed to do. It's a slight protection film, you know, in the name. that goes over the front end, mirrors, windows, wherever you want to put it, and it protects it from, you know, small road debris and whatnot like that. The ceramic coat, on the other hand, just keeps it, you know, easy to clean. Dirt, mud, dust, all that stuff just falls right off. Like I got the brakes ceramic coated along with the wheels, and there's a slight little bit right here from the last little time I drove around. But the minute you hit it with some water, that stuff literally falls right off, man. It's like night and day difference before and after the ceramic coating on these wheels and brakes, and it's helped a lot with keeping this car clean. Especially for you folks out there with black cars or other cars like this paint right here that just show scratches like crazy. I didn't get my scat pack done because I didn't feel there was a need to, but only I knew where the spots and swirls and scratches were in my paint because it was a white car. No one can see that stuff. But this thing, man, if you got anything like this, definitely get it ceramic coated and protected paint, man. It looks like crap if it's not. So just go ahead and save yourself the headache and go ahead and get it done. Take care of the preventative stuff as early as possible. That's thing number 3, and I highly suggest that. If there was a particular order, that would probably be number 1. So a lot of these guys, like I said, you've seen videos like this, and people automatically go right into pulleys, intakes, and stuff like that. You know, make the car faster. But none of them talk about suspension mods, coilover kits, springs, stuff like that, to help with weight transfer, or if you're not doing, you know, drag racing a lot, and get yourself a nice coilover kit, you know, to help keep it as stable and stuff like that throughout the turns and whatnot. Maybe you want to take some twisty turns, hit a road course, or maybe some autocross or something like that. You know, these big girls, they're not the best at doing that type of stuff, but you can help out a lot if you invest in, you know, the proper suspension mods. So let's not kid ourselves here. There's still a Dodge at the end of the day, and they still don't turn as well as the competition. So before you go throwing all sorts of power at it, you know, think about dropping some money on some of that, on some suspension mods, and get yourself properly set up so you can actually put the power to the ground where it counts. Thing number 5. Now, back to the protection thing. As you can see here, I got some Z01 add-ons. I got them front and rear. Get yourself some rock guard / mud flaps, man. They help out a lot. Before I put these on, there was like little rock chips right here on the inside of the paint, and you can see it a little more in the back because, you know, that's where the tires are spinning the most. That's where it's doing the most kicking. And there's like little rock chips. It wasn't bad, wasn't too crazy, but had I not put these on here, it would just get worse and worse over time. And for my wide body guys, you guys should definitely invest in it. I've seen so many posts lately about how the front tires are kicking up rocks and, you know, they're hitting the back fenders back there, and those fenders sticking out like that. You should definitely invest in some to help protect that rear panel. And along with it, get the rear fenders PPF'd or whatever type of film you can throw up there as well to help, you know, cut down on your rock chips. I've seen a lot of them, and it looks like a shitty situation, man. Like, as good as they look, that seems like a oversight issue that should have been caught up at Dodge, you know. To stop the little rock chips that I was getting on the insides of the wheel wells, then I just went ahead and got these guys right here. They've been holding up pretty fine. I got no complaints from them. I got my Z01 add-ons. I'll link those down in the description. It's thing number 6 on my list, intake. I went with the JLT unknowingly. So the story behind this is my 2015, I was supposed to drop it off National Speed. I already had purchased the performance parts prior to hand. I was literally supposed to show up, drop the car off, get it fixed. Well, you guys been following the channel, you saw that the car blew up and those parts didn't get put on the car. Now the car's sold. So what did I do with them? Well, the rest of the remaining parts of the Go Fast goodies are just sitting back here, and the JLT is the only thing on this car so far. So how I ended up with the JLT, well, that's how I ended up with the JLT. And for those of you who are looking at the intake, leg maker, JLT, K&N, you know, there's a ton of them out there. So the reason that I would have still went with a JLT if I didn't have it on hand already is because the few videos that I've seen, the JLT ended up making a little more power than the leg maker did. Same car, same dyno, same day. And the JLT made a little more power than the leg maker did. So those are the two that I was going to choose between, and the JLT obviously won. And then the fact that it was literally sitting in my garage was, it was a no-brainer. So obviously I was going to roll with the JLT. I actually thought I had an AFE the whole time. Go figure. So the intake really changed the dynamic of the car. It woke up the supercharger whine, and you just hear it a lot more and a lot louder than you did with the stock airbox. It's a closed airbox, as you can see. You can grab it. A lot of people think that, you know, I don't know that the intake alone is what makes the noise, but it's not. It's 100% just a supercharger, but you can't hear it. Obviously, if it's in this thing, then you're not gonna freaking hear it. Or just won't hear it as well. You could hear it a little bit on the stock airbox, but it's not near the level of this thing right here. And it really changes the way that you drive the car. You go from, you know, just driving normally to putting this thing on, and then you just want to hear the supercharger whine. It's pretty much the same thing as a muffler lead. Like, did a muffler lead, like, oh, I like my new sound, boom, boom, boom. You just make noise. But then with this thing, you go from, oh, my new noise, wee, wee, wee. And yeah, just I don't know, man. I think it's a great investment. You pick up 15 to 20 horsepower. There's plenty of brands out there. Just do your research, pick your brand, and that's what you're gonna roll with. Some people prefer the JLT, some people prefer the leg maker. And the last thing on my list, I gotta say it. You guys knew it was coming. You guys knew it was coming, but I have to still say it because I keep seeing these stupid ass posts about people I heard doing, you know, racing, trying to do hood rat stuff on stock freaking rubbers, man. Whether it's a 392 or freaking Hellcat, wide body or not, get off the stock rubbers. We gotta keep saying it because you guys keep doing it. It's getting dumb at this point. Like, you keep posting these videos and you're getting out here, you're getting smacked by lower horsepower cars because you refuse to put better tires on your car. Like, I don't know why. I got a whole drag pack here, and you guys remember the video with that Mustang? I was rolling around on stock rubbers. Literally the day after I took my drag pack off, that's when I come across this Mustang he wants to play. It's almost like they got the spidey senses be tingling. Oh, now's the time to catch him. He's slipping, literally. But not gonna harp on it too long. You guys have heard it time and time before. I don't know why we gotta keep telling you, but do yourself a favor. Get yourself a decent set of tires. Now, that's the end of my list, man. That's all I got for you guys. No particular order, like I said, and that's all I really got. So, first time stopping by, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you guys get a notification when these videos go up. So go to the Instagram channel at Low376Slow. I'll put it down in the description, and I'll also link the dash cam that I'm looking at, my catch can, the catch can upgrade kit. You guys have to do your own research for the suspension mods. I'll link my mud flaps from Z01 add-ons down there, and I'll link my intake also. All down in the comments. So if you guys want to check them out, then I'll put them down there, and you guys, you know, purchase them, compare them, do whatever you want to do with whatever you're looking at, and go from there. So that's all I got. I'm out. Peace.